The easiest way to take monthly, yearly subscriptions automatically on a WordPress website, it's this plugin. It's called WPSubscription, and it's super easy to set up and start using. So let's get started. WordPress website, I already have the plugin installed, and I'll be able to view all my subscriptions right here. And creating a subscription is super easy. In this case, I do recommend that you first jump into settings, because there's a few settings that I do recommend that you take care of before getting started. First off, the renewal process. Do you want it to be automatic? So every time the subscription finishes, it's going to auto renew, or do you want to set it to manual? Then you want to set your subscriber default role. In this case, it's set to subscriber by default, but if you need a different role, just go ahead and create the role and select it right here. Once the subscription is over, it's going to automatically convert into a customer. But if you need it to turn to something else, go ahead and select it right here. Then another option that I do recommend that you set up that's important is allow guest checkout. So it's a good idea if you don't want to make them fill out the process to join your website and then check out. This allows them to do a guest checkout. And the grace period settings, set those up right here. Okay, so once you're good to go, we need WooCommerce for this to work. And then we're going to go into products, go to add a new product. And this is where we're going to create the subscription. So in this case, this is going to be the medium plan. This is what I'm going to create right now. And I'm just going to paste in the same thing for the description. Obviously, set a good description. Then the sale price. So this is $200 and the sale price is going to be $79. Okay, here we go. And then I'm going to tick this on, which is the option to enable the subscription system. Once we enable this, we're going to see a new option here on the left, which is a tab that says subscription. This is where we're going to set up the details for the subscription system. Now, first thing you need to set up is it going to be recurring, or is this going to be a split payments option? Because it gives you both options on this WordPress plugin. But in this case, we're going to cover the recurring system. So repeat payment every X amount of days, X amount of weeks, month, years. In this case, I'm going to set years, and it's going to be set to every year. Okay. Do we want to allow a free trial duration? And I'm going to say yes, I'm going to allow 10 days for a free trial. Is there going to be a sign up fee? So depending on your purpose, the subscription, there might be some work on your end that needs to be paid for allowing the subscription. So just set that up right here. Visible to, if you want to set specific roles to be visible for, and then deliverable settings. So is there a schedule for this product to be delivered? In this case, no. And the advanced settings. Do you want to change the button text? You can set that up right here. Allow users to cancel, yes or no. I think it's a great option to allow to cancel, but if you don't want to allow that, set it to no. Then the activation limit. Is there going to be a limit for this? In this case, no. So I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to add a default image here just for testing purposes. I'm going to set the category for subscription. I can add some tabs right here. I can add brands if needed. There's a product short description here that you can also add, and a featured image with URL. So we are good to go. I'm going to publish this because that's how easy it is to set up a subscription right here with WP subscriptions. So let's go ahead and jump over to this link right here. And here we go. We have the medium plan for $79 a year. This has a 10-day free trial and a basic description for testing purposes. I'm going to add this to cart. Then I'm going to go to the cart. Here we go. Let's go ahead and view my cart. And we have the details available here. So a medium plan for $79 a year. This has a 10-day free trial. On the right, we can add a coupon just like you would with WooCommerce. Go ahead and create the coupon on WooCommerce, and that can be used over here. Then we have the total here, $79 a year. First billing on January 23rd. That means that after the 10-day free trial, it's going to be charged. Okay. And then you have the option to cancel at any time. Once you're good to go, proceed to checkout, and you are good to go. No more hassles to start reminding them or send an email manually for those subscriptions. Just go ahead and use this plugin and you'll be good to go. This is great for freelancers, advertisers, church, and even donations where you want to have them have a recurring charge. So if you want to charge for donations based on recurring system, this is a good option.